Thanksgiving, and Black Friday. Thanksgiving is a federal holiday in the United States, celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November. It is sometimes called American Thanksgiving outside the United States to distinguish it from the Canadian Thanksgiving holiday of the same name and related celebrations. It originated as a day of Thanksgiving and harvest festival, with the theme of the holiday revolving around giving thanks and the centerpiece of a Thanksgiving dinner. The dinner traditionally consists of indigenous cuisine of the Americas, such as turkey, potatoes, usually mashed or sweet potatoes, squash, corn, green beans, cranberries, typically as cranberry sauce, and pumpkin pie. Other Thanksgiving customs include charitable organizations offering Thanksgiving dinner for the poor at soup kitchens, attending religious services, or watching television events such as Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and NFL football games. Thanksgiving has been celebrated nationally on and off since 1789, with a proclamation by President George Washington after a request by Congress. President Thomas Jefferson chose not to observe the holiday, and its celebration was intermittent until President Abraham Lincoln, in 1863, proclaimed a national day of Thanksgiving. Lincoln declared it for the last Thursday in November. On June 28, 1870, President Ulysses S. Grant signed into law the Holidays Act that made Thanksgiving a yearly appointed federal holiday in Washington, D.C. On January 6, 1885, an act by Congress made Thanksgiving and other federal holidays a paid holiday for all federal workers throughout the United States. Under President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the date was moved to 1 week earlier, observed between 1939 and 1941 amid significant controversy. From 1942 onwards, Thanksgiving, by an act of Congress, received a permanent observation date, the fourth Thursday in November, no longer at the discretion of the President. Thanksgiving is regarded as the beginning of the holiday season, with the day following it, Black Friday, being the busiest shopping day of the year in the United States. Black Friday is a colloquial term for the Friday after Thanksgiving in the United States. It traditionally marks the start of the Christmas shopping season in the United States. Many stores offer highly promoted sales and discontinued prices and often open early, sometimes as early as midnight or even on Thanksgiving. Some stores' sales continue through to Monday, called Cyber Monday, or for a week, Cyber Week. Black Friday has routinely been the busiest shopping day of the year in the United States. The earliest known use of Black Friday to refer to the day after Thanksgiving occurred in the journal Factory Management and Maintenance for November 1951 and again in 1952. Here it referred to the practice of workers calling in sick on the day after Thanksgiving in order to have a 4-day weekend. However, this use does not appear to have caught on. Around the same time, the terms Black Friday and Black Saturday came to be used by the police in Philadelphia and Rochester to describe the crowds and traffic congestion accompanying the start of the Christmas shopping season. In 1961, the city and merchants of Philadelphia attempted to improve conditions, and a public relations expert recommended rebranding the days Big Friday and Big Saturday, but these terms were quickly forgotten. The use of the phrase spread slowly, first appearing in the New York Times on November 29, 1975, in which it still refers specifically to the busiest shopping and traffic day of the year in Philadelphia. Although it soon became more widespread, the Philadelphia Inquirer reported in 1985 that retailers in Cincinnati and Los Angeles were still unaware of the term. The phrase gained national attention in the early 1980s, merchants objecting to the use of a derisive term to refer to one of the most important shopping days of the year, suggested an alternative derivation. The retailers traditionally operated at a financial loss for most of the year, January through November, and made their profit during the holiday season, beginning on the day after Thanksgiving. When this was recorded in the financial records, once common accounting practice would use red ink to show negative amounts and black ink to show positive amounts. Black Friday, under this theory, is the beginning of the period when retailers would no longer be in the red, instead of taking in the year's profits. Since the early 21st century, there have been attempts by U.S.-based retailers to introduce a retail Black Friday to other countries around the world. Retailers outside the U.S. have attempted to promote the day to remain competitive with U.S.-based online retailers. In more recent decades, global retailers have adopted the term and date to market their own holiday sales. Do you celebrate Thanksgiving in November? What about Black Friday? Do you see this term being used in your country? Let me know in the comments section below. And thanks for liking this video. Want more stories? Check out these.